Okay. Today the 10th chapter, it's fine. Vibhuti. And tomorrow is Vishwarupa Darshana. So please come for Vishwarupa Darshana tomorrow. And today 10th chapter, Opulences of Krishna. The Supreme Lord said, my dear friend, mighty am Arjuna. Listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart for your benefit and which will give you great joy. I think for your seeing better. Listen to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for your benefit and which will give you great joy. And look at this. When I look at this picture, I keep laughing. Look at Duryodhana. Such a joke it is. He doesn't even know how to receive the Lord. See how he is sitting. And don't most of us make in our life decision like Duryodhana? You know what Krishna had offered? I'll give you one big unit, battalion of Narayani Sena. And other side one side I will do. The other side I will come, but I'll not fight. But Duryodhana said, what's the use of this fellow? I'll take an army. Arjuna said, I'm happy, my Lord is there. Army or no army. Both are very happy. But you know, who was more intelligent? So we also in our life, particularly for our children, make a wrong decision always. Always we encourage children. You see this. At least small children, it's true we encourage. But as they grow up, I don't know, because of unwanted anxiety, we tell them always, see, look at that person. He has become so rich. Look at that person. He has become so famous. And look at you. We keep comparing him to all the people who are successful in, material terms. And therefore we push him to become like Duryodhana. But actually balance is very important. We should encourage children to spend some time, just like the small children, they did spend some time learning shlokas. Always, when the children are happy spiritually, I tell you, nowadays what happens, children are not going to stay home. Even in 18 year or even before education, they will travel. Sometimes they go to Kota and so many places. And my friends tell me in Kota itself, where supposed to go for studies, how many of them get addicted to vices there. They start learning drinking, smoking, womanizing at 15, 16 years of age. And the whole character is destroyed. So in one sense, parents are responsible because they never gave them spiritual happiness. And in material domain, as much a person may be, one day he'll go to slip. And for job, he will travel. Colleges, situation is very bad. So parents should have balance. True, they tell them to, definitely they have to earn a living, they should be skillful, but nobody can study 24 hours. They do have some times. And when you can encourage them to learn spiritually, they'll not become like Duryodhana, they're like Arjuna. They'll know how to receive the Lord. They'll be so happy to have Lord with them. Then it will become like a kavacha. Nobody can spoil a child. A child will be like, you can be, close your eyes, no worries. Anywhere he goes, he has solid character, which cannot be easily influenced. Name vidu suraganaha prabhavam namahashaya aham adividevana mahashinam cha sarvashaha. It's neither the demigod nor the great says, know my origin, for I am the origin of all the demigods. Aham adihi devanam. Krishna is origin of all the devatas, mean they are in this world. Iha devata, all of them have come. It's like when Prime Minister comes to city, Chief Minister, everybody comes. When Supreme Lord comes, everybody comes. You see, Brahma has come, Lord Shiva has come, all the great sages come, everybody come and offer prayers. And even for Brahma, seeing Krishna is very rare. Narayana, he sees regularly, reports to Shirodaksha Vishnu. Krishna just comes once in a day of Brahma. In one day of Brahma, there are 1,000 cycles of the ages, 1,000 times, 1,000 sets of Satyuga, Tretayuga, Dwapara, one day, 12 hours of Brahma, one day. Say morning 6 to evening 6, you see 1,000 cycles of ages happen. Time is relative. And once Krishna comes in that 1,000 cycle, Krishna is so rare. And when Krishna comes, he plays like with Mother Yashoda. Now so difficult to detect him. Every day Brahma sees him, every day he gets confused. And therefore Leelas happen, interesting Leela. So Hari has come now, Brahma has come, Lord Shiva has come, all the Devatas know, Narada has come, all great sages, everybody has come. Every day they used to come, just like we have Aarti here. So they will come and offer that Aarti with and the Devaki's so-called pregnancy. She's having the Lord in a womb. They'll come and have they do their Aarti, offer their prayers. You go to Dasham Skanda, the second chapter, beautiful prayers are offered by the Devatas to the Lord. He knows me as unborn. Unborn means he's eternal. True, we are also eternal, but we change our bodies. Krishna doesn't ever accept material bodies. Body is always spiritual. As the Supreme Lord of all the world, he undiluted among men is free from all sins. The 7 great sages, before them the 4 great sages, 7 great sages, Saptarishis, 4 great sages, 4 sons of Brahma, Sanat Kumaras, and the Manus, there are 14 Manus in a day of Brahma. So 1,000 cycle can be divided in a day into 14 Manus. So each Manu get roughly 1,000 by 14, around 71 cycles. So each Manu lives for something like 300 million years. A bond of my mind and all creatures on the planet descend from them. He who knows in truth this glory and power of mind, engage in unalloyed devotion service. Of this there is no doubt. Brahma itself is so great, just imagine how great is the Lord. Okay. They engage in undivided, unalloyed means without any mixture, pure devotion service. So we should not avoid the knowledge of glories of God, then we get fixed up in devotion service. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bhudabhava samanvitaha. Yes, Gaurangi, you know this shloka? Hare Krishna Mannath, you know this shloka? Hare Krishna. Aishwarya Mataji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
you know this?
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartade idi matva bhajante mam bhuta bhava samanvitaha.
Next one, Machita.
Macchitta matkada prana bodhayanda parasparam kadayandasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
Next, Tesha.
Tesham satadayuktanam bhajataam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te.
Next, Tesham Evanukampa.
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
These 4 shlokas, everybody should cram, like Mataji has crammed. They are the Chatur Shloki, the 4 shlokas, the whole message of Gita is there. If you cannot remember other shlokas, remember these 4 shlokas. Everything is there. And what is this shlokas? Intense love of the Lord for the devotees. So if I told you Bhagavad Gita is nothing but a love letter by Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhu. Krishna saying, this is a fact. I am the origin of everything. Somebody told one person, one professor had gone to one of our temples. So the devotees are telling a very humorous interaction they had with him. Big professor he was from a top institute. He went to our ISKCON temple. So he said, when he came, he introduced himself, I'm professor from this institute. So they took him to the room of one devotee, a senior devotee. So he was talking to him. He said, did you read Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, I read Bhagavad Gita. So professor, how did you feel? I tell you one thing, what? Don't mind it. So what? This Krishna is very proud. He said, what do you do, sir? Sir, I'm a professor from this institute. So what if I tell you are a peon? No, that will be not correct. I'm professor. You should say I'm a professor. He said, what's wrong then? Krishna said, I'm the origin. He is the origin. He's not proud. He is the origin. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. In fact, the definition in Vedanta, the first verse in Vedanta, where we start, actually we can go for hours. All the Vedas have been summarized by Vedavyasa into Vedanta. Vedanta means end of the Vedas. And there are something like 550 odd sutras. And the first invocation of Vedanta is Athāta Brahma Jigyasa. Therefore, now you should inquire into absolute truth. The only book which begins with therefore, only book on earth, that is Vedanta. Therefore, why therefore? Because you are a human body. Therefore, inquire about absolute truth. So that's how Vedas are so beautiful. They begin with inquiry, not by you have to believe what I say. No, sir. Inquire, but inquire. about absolute truth, not silly question. How will I become a healthy? That go to doctor. No, no. How to get gold? And that you go to a jewelry shop. Don't bother us for this question. If you have absolute questions, you should come. Brahma Jigyasa, not ordinary Jigyasa. Why the creation was done by the Lord? Does God exist? Who am I? What is my relation to God? That's somebody who's actually student for Bhagavad Gita. Inquire. And the next verse, it defines God in one verse. Janmadiyasiyataha. So sutras are so succinct actually. Each sutra, just like in physics, the formula, if you go to MA, pages you can describe. So it says Janmadiyasya, the source is God is that from which everything comes out. And Krishna is saying, I am God here, indirectly. Aham sarvasya prabhu. If somebody says everything comes out of me, he's God. That's the definition of God. Some people come to debate with me, there is no God. I said, okay, can you first define what is God? Then we'll say whether it is there or not there. If you cannot define gold, then how do you say gold is there or not there? So let us just define God first. Define. And then do you agree to this definition? Is the origin from which everything comes? Yeah. And that's Krishna. Over. No discussion. Aham Sarva, Krishna is declaring, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, I am the origin of everything. Both material world, spiritual world, everything comes out from the Lord. Matta sarvam pravartate, re-emphasizing that. Iti matva bhajante ma, if you understand this fact that I am the origin of everything, bhuda bhava samanvitaha, with great faith you will worship. Here you see Narayana from the pores of this is which form of the Lord? Manati is still there. Gaurangi, children have vanished now. What is this form called? Karno Dakshay Vishnu, the form of the Lord from which all universes are coming out. Bhudabhava Samanvitaha. Okay. And so material world, spiritual world, everything is coming out from the Lord. The wise who know this perfectly engage in devotional service with all their heart. The next verse, Machita Matagata Prana Bodhayastas Parasparam. Machita Matagata Prana. Always thinking about me. Machitaha, Matagata Prana, their life, they've given their life to me. Bodhayastas Parasparam. They're always taking pleasure in chanting about me. This now Krishna is talking about his devotees are so dear to him. Katyantasya Mam Nityam, they take Tushyanti Ramanti. As they're discussing about me, they take so much pleasure. Tushyanti Ramanti. Great satisfaction and pleasure they get in discussing about me. And this is the Acharya Srila Prabhupada. He's in almost 80 years of age. By the order of his guru, he launched this movement. Like his whole life, 44 years, he struggled to start this movement. Some of the movement has started now. He's in America. He's the only Indian there in the whole assembly. And you see, he's chanting with, they had a Rath Yatra, like we had a Rath Yatra in India. He is doing Rath Yatra practically every city of America. Thousands of people are participating those days. And you see how they're dancing with it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, This mantra is so powerful. Look at them. Their father, grandfather, nobody heard this name and they are so ecstatic just in chanting. And then slowly, you see their dresses change, everything changes. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam. Now, the first verse is, second verse talked about the devotee. They're always thinking about the Lord, always chanting his name, always talking about him and taking pleasure. Now Krishna says, what do I do? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvata. Always chanting about me. Bhajatam with great love and favor. They think about me. Dadami buddhi yogam. Then I do something from the return. I give the intelligence by which they can come to me. Tesham eva anukampartam, without compassion for them. What? Out of compassion for them. Aham agyana jamatamaha. I remove all the darkness within the heart. Nashayami atma bhavasva. I destroy all the darkness. Jnana dipena vashu. The torchlight knowledge. I remove all the darkness within the heart. So beautifully. And there are certain instances here. Yes. Who means anybody can identify. Who are the people who are teaching now? Oh. Yes. So who are the people who are teaching here?
Prabhuji, Shukadev Goswami teaching Parikshit Maharaj.
Yes.
Kapila Muni advising his mother Devahuti. And Krishna winding up the pastime advising Uddhava. And who's the Muni, Prabhuji? Maitreya Muni.
The final Krishna is winding up his Leela, about to go from this world, and he takes a Narayana form at that time. Correct. So anyway, this is how the Krishna's pastime, Krishna disappeared then after that. Out of compassion for them, I dwelling in their heart, destroy for shining lamp of knowledge, the darkness brought of ignorance. Now Arjuna, when he hears this, he goes into ecstasy. Mataji, Ashari Mataji, my photo is not disturbing the text?
No, Prabhuji.
No. Okay, take it. So Arjuna vacha, param brahma, param dhamam, pavitram, paramam bhavam. Arjuna goes into ecstasy. And very important 2 points to note now here. Number 1, what is that? If you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, understand the way Arjuna understood. So what Arjuna is saying here, this is the way you have to understand Bhagavad Gita, because what the first student of Bhagavad Gita understood, it's here. Because many times people bring out, this your interpretation of Gita, we have 1,000 interpretation. Okay, whatever 1,000, you cannot go beyond Arjuna's conclusion. Number 1. Number 2, I'm forgetting one more very important point to say. Yeah, somebody told me that, how do you convince somebody about Bhagavad Gita? I said, why? Even Krishna had to show Vishnurupa to convince Arjuna. Arjuna is already convinced here. 10th chapter. Vishnurupa is 11th chapter. So you are wrong there also. In fact, in the 11th chapter also, first shloka, Arjuna says, my all doubt is now over. So he's not asking Vishnurupa for himself. He's asking for atheist to show some display of power. Devotee is not interested in any power of the Lord. He just loves the Lord with his sweetness. So now Arjuna is in ecstasy after hearing these 4 verses. He's a devotee. His heart ruptures in happiness. Param Brahma, you are the Supreme Lord. Because Arjuna Krishna said, I am the origin of everything. You are the Supreme Lord. Param Brahma, Param Dhamam, you are the supreme shelter. Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam, you are the purest. Paramam Bhavam, Purusha, you are a personality. Shashata, eternal. Divyam, transcendental, not ordinary. Adi Deva, you are origin of all the Devatas. Ajam, unborn. Vibhum, the greatest. Ahu Swam Rishaya Sarve. And you are speaking this. But Krishna, all the great sages have spoken this about you previously. Devashi Narada also says the same thing about you. Asita, Devala, Vyasa, all the sages say the same thing. You are the Supreme Lord. Swayam Chaya Bravishimi, and that's the same thing you told me just now. This is the statement, Arjuna in ecstasy, in full happiness. So you have to follow this understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Purusha, God is a person, not light or energy or candle. And now next Arjuna says, Sarvam etam ritam manya yanamam vadasi Keshava. He says, Krishna, I accept every word that you tell me. Yanamam vadasi Keshava. Nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana davanava. Krishna, I accept every word that you teach me. Sarvam etam ritam manya yanamam vadasi Keshava. Okay. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own potential origin of all, Lord of all being, God of God, Supreme Person, Lord of the universe. So we cannot say, I'll accept one portion of Gita, reject. No, you have to accept every word of Gita. How should I meditate upon you? What forms you are to be contemplated? Tell me again in detail, O Janardana, of your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire of hearing Ambrosian word. So when you love somebody, you're always, just like you saw that mothers are very happy, children were chanting something because they love the child. The child does something wonderful, parents are very happy. Similarly, when you